Welcome to Fit the Description, a Black Men's podcast, where various Black men come together to talk about life, society, entertainment, culture, news, and whatever else we want to talk about from various Black men's perspectives. I'm your host, G, and today we got Adam.
Yo.
B.
What's up, you guys?
Norris.
What happened?
We got James D. Evans.
What's up?
And we might actually have a second guest. Well, another guest today. I said second guest. We got plenty of people in here. But but beyond that, so if you like this content, make sure to definitely, like and subscribe. It definitely helps us out. Also, make sure to go ahead and check out the Clips channel. Like I said, as you see right here, if you're looking at this on YouTube, this is a Fit the Description. Make sure to like and subscribe. You see right here, boom, subscribe, hit that bell, boom. You're good to go. That's all you really need to do. So make sure to check that out. Also, of course, we're also on various different podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, all just different ones. So make sure to check those out. The link will be down below. And of course, we also have a Patreon that we're currently working on. But make sure to check that out too if you want to be more involved. Get your guaranteed to get your say on the podcast. So this part is kind of add on to last week's episode. So most likely in this first part, me and James may hold back only because we've already kind of spoke on this. So this is kind of like an addition. So what's going to happen, which is going to kind of sound weird if you listen to the second part of this podcast, that the first part is going to be this crew, because I know a lot of people have a lot to say with the slap that was hurled around the world. And then the second part will be what we basically it's a different crew with James and me. And so let's that part we want to get more of our thoughts. But I may chime in because there's a couple of things I wanted to add on. So I may chime in here or there. But at least this first half will be basically, you may not hear a lot from me and James and give everybody else the floor. So anyways, let's get started. So like I said, we got some returning people, let me give them a chance. So Adam, B, man, and Norris, man, how you guys been?
I've been good.
Oh, man.
Just busy, work. That's mainly it. Work, school, and kids. That's really all my life has been for the past, 6 months? I think I lost track of time. I don't really know anymore. But yeah, that's really all that's been really up with me. I took a break from social media. I haven't really been on at all within those last couple of months. That's really it for me, man. Just trying to catch up now with everybody else, seeing what's been going on around the world, including that slap around the world, and a couple new things that piqued my interest once I've been told what was going on.
Okay. And what about you, B? How you been?
I've been good, you guys. Well, first off, I want to say I'm happy to be on again. This is my first show of the year. Yeah, you guys, I just been busy with work, and I'm always getting called in on the actual day of the podcast. So I'm just like, this was a good idea, G, to put this podcast on another day, especially for this topic matter, such a huge topic matter of the slap that was heard around the world, and I posted in in the group chat about just showing my timeline, my YouTube timeline, of just how much that topic was being talked about. And I've never seen so much news about one thing in my whole entire life, man. Like it dominated the internet, and I had to be on the show. I had to be on it. There it goes, right there on the screen. I'm like, I never see my timeline being dominated by one subject. So yeah, guys, it's an honor to be up here. It's good to be with the homies again, and I'm ready to go. Ready to go.
Okay. And what about you, Norris, man? How you been, man?
Busy and tired and busy. That's exactly how I've been. Right now, I'm busy. I'm driving.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you being on here, man. Definitely. So just in case everybody forgot,
Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. Okay.
so once again, me and James are probably going to sit back a little bit only because we've already talked about this on the first half. So if you want to hear more of our thoughts, make sure to check out the second half of this podcast. But beyond that, man, who wants to go first and tackle this subject?
So what's the subject?
The slap heard around the world. If I don't know if you heard the video, because I know you're on your phone, but basically we're talking about the Will Smith Chris Rock situation. That's why I just played right there. So, does anybody want to tackle this first? Any takers?
I'll just say a couple of things about it. Like
Go ahead.
First of all, I'm waiting for this dog to stop barking. I'm gonna go second actually, since this dog is barking.
Okay, B, you want to go then?
I'll go.
Oh, never mind. Go ahead, Norris. Go ahead, Norris.
I'm going to say some stuff, some
Go ahead.
highlights. Did anybody notice the camera went away from the whole scene of Jada and Will for a minute, right before the slap?
Yeah.
And you mean to tell me it was now one camera available to give us a proper reaction? You know, I don't believe that. So I'm waiting for that footage to drop. Then, on top of that, one of the things I also noticed is not only did Chris Rock take the slap, if you really see it, he went to flex the swing, but he stopped himself. Did anybody see that?
Yeah, I saw
Like
it.
he clenched his fist, like, oh. And then he realized, no, I'm on TV. So there's a lot right there, but then I also go, whether it's supposedly fake or real does not matter. What seems to matter is why is it such under the eye of the microscope and put in terminologies of those people, our people, you know, like everybody's looking at it and with particular lenses on they eyesight, like, oh, there go them fighting again. But he didn't fight. I saw him, I'm going, oh, this might have changed the game a little bit too low key. I don't know. But the dang show was unnecessary because I also feel like this. I don't know if y'all feel like this. I wasn't watching the Oscars that night. Like, I wasn't watching. No.
I don't think anybody was.
And I don't know what the ratings were, but I'm pretty sure they shot through the roof because of that whole incident. I find that interesting.
I agree.
Yeah. Let me get the boring stuff out the way. Let me get the boring stuff. Yeah, yes, the thing was fake. It was fake. All right. Hollywood's real good with getting, your reaction. They need that. Will Smith went through, if you know anything about Hollywood and how it moves, Will Smith just is going through his humiliation wrist roll and all this other stuff. We know this, well, we should know this already, but that's the boring part. So let me get to the entertaining part. Will Smith is a man. That was unnecessary. Like you. That was the thing that triggers you. Was it a G.I. James joke? That out of all the few years that you got humiliated by your own wife, that was the thing that triggered you? Nah, bro, I can't. Nah. Nah, man. So it's like you literally, like, I've already been disgusted by Will Smith with his actions over these past few years, but it's like at this time, bro. Like, I don't feel sorry for you, bro. Go get some help, man. Go get some help, bro, because you're going to go up on national TV where the whole world can see you on your night that you were supposed to win an award, and you pretty much all that up for yourself. Now, that's the entertainment part. We already know all this is fake, but I'm bringing
it's more entertaining. There's more entertainment. You ready? I'm gonna get to it real quick. The most entertaining part, in my opinion, was he did the most gangster move. It wasn't the slap. It was the I quit and I'm keeping my award. That was gangster. That was
gangster. Yeah, man. But I can't give Will Smith that though, cause I can't see him being gangster enough to hold on to that award, man. I can see him pulling once all his stuff officially get pulled, I can see like, oh, you can have the award back. I'm sorry. And he would give the award back and humiliate himself again by crying to the whole world, by crying again, and becoming the pathetic excuse of a human that he already put himself in over these past few years, man. Like,
but what about the politics of it? Like I'm just thinking into the future already about it and going, I see this playing out kind of like this. I see it kind of going like, he said, I quit, right? And first of all, it's Will Smith. He's a brand. He's a very big entity in the entertainment section, period, right?
Correct.
And if he quit, is anybody else going to quit because he quit? Because do you stand with Will? That starts to be the question. And then, so it also plays on, say they take his award back because that's what they're supposed to do, if that's the proper protocol. I don't know. But say they take his award back. He said he quit. Now, is there going to be a segregation amongst celebrities of pulling away from that award ceremony? That's my question. You didn't hear me?
No, I hear you.
Oh, okay. And that's where I'm going, ooh, this is going to get interesting. It's going to play out for a whole year and a half, probably.
I mean, I already don't see it. People joining Will Smith's side. I mean, I can see like females joining his side, but then again, maybe that's enough. Maybe that's enough if he could get all the females.
See, it's about to get tricky. I'm just sharing the way my mind thinks. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I think for right now.
But if that's the case, then now we're gonna have to see a whole bunch of woman pandering from Will Smith. He's gonna probably be on the red table talking.
And if that's the case, it was all a part of the plan the whole time. Is all I'm saying.
Exactly. Oh my God, man. Could we? One thing I had to say, can we eliminate Will Smith from the black man's image, please? Can we at least do that? Can we at least do that, man? If he's about to do all that women pandering and bowing down and all, can we at least eliminate him from our image, man? I don't want people looking at Will Smith thinking that's all of us. No. I'm not gonna allow that to happen. I'm not gonna allow that to happen, man. Oh man. That's the only way I can see Will Smith getting out of this. If he does some serious women pandering, like he might have to put on the dress again. You might see him in a Tyler Perry movie.
Damn. Jeez.
Oh man.
But hold on. It's only been me and B talking this whole time. Hold up. We got one more person. Hold on. Let us calm down a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead, Adam, man. We want to hear from you, man. You've been real quiet over there.
Oh yeah, all right. I told y'all because of that dog and everything. But all right, so this is how I see it. First and foremost, we gotta remember that Will Smith is from Philly, right? So he still has that Philly energy in him and everything. I think that because he's been on TV for so long that a lot of people do forget that he is from Philly and he can throw hands. But that's just his background right there. What I personally believe is, I don't know if it was staged or not, but what I do know is there was two separate situations at the minimum that I had seen when I had first seen the video. They had panned to Will Smith twice and Will and Jada twice before he got up and slapped Chris, right? So the first time he was laughing and everything, and yeah, Jada looked like that. And well, that was the second time. The first time she had kind of looked like, whatever and everything. But I think during that whole situation, because I don't really follow them like that, I found out that she has that disease, that hair disease, right? And I didn't know that. I thought she just cut her hair off because she wanted to do it. That was
Alopecia.
Yeah. So I didn't know that. And I was told that later on, and I read about it, and I read more information about it, that she was struggling with that. But I think what it was that it wasn't the fact that Chris had said what he said. I think it was more so like that was the straw that broke the camel's back in regards to, like, he was just tired of, like, all of that. And the whole situation about him and his wife already having issues at that point. But when I heard the G.I. Jane joke, because I didn't know all of that at the time. I didn't know it was a joke on that. And, I don't know if Chris had talked to Will or them both saying this is what I was going to do. Like celebrities normally do, gives people a heads up sometimes, not all the time. So I was assuming that they already knew about it, that this was just like part of it. So when I heard it, I took it more so like, yes, like, okay, well, G.I. Jane, military, strong woman, blah, blah, blah. just a joke about the hair, but I went more so in the background of it. So when he got slapped, first of all, I thought that was wrong. He could have like took him to the back, talked to him. He could have talked to him beforehand. Maybe he did. And he said, like, if you do this is what I'm gonna do, and maybe Chris thought he was playing. But regardless of the matter is that he got up, he did that. I didn't even know you can walk on the stage of the Oscars like that. Like, I thought he was just gonna go talk to him real quick. Like, he could have just said, like, hey, like, lay off the jokes and blah blah blah, and go sit back down. That would have been one thing. And I'm pretty sure he would have took him like, all right, I'll go ahead and stop. But that slap just happened so sudden, so instantaneously, like it did throw everybody off. You can see people in the background just looking around and looking, what was that one black woman right there by him who was just looking at him like, shit. And she was looking around all nervous too. I don't know, man. It looks like it was a little bit too real to be staged, but then again, that's Hollywood, like you guys are saying. So it could have been staged. It could have been, forethought, but it's the after effects and everything. Like you said, Will's like, I'm keeping this Oscar. It's like, yeah, you can keep the Oscar, man. Like you regardless of whatever happened that night, you won the Oscar. You was awarded the Oscar because of your performance, because of everything you did, not because of your actions that night. And like you guys were saying too, if that's the case of them wanting the Oscars back because of the situation that Will put himself or that night, you have to go back and they have to account for those situations that they also had done for other people. Like I forgot some of the other so the great accusations, allegations. Also the misrepresentation of people's opinions of other people based off the skin of the color of their skin when they had got the Oscars too. So I see it as like, if you take this from him, you are definitely going to have to go back and look at all the other people who you gave the Oscars to and kind of gave a slap on the wrist for something much bigger than just a simple slap to the face, So I don't agree with that, and like you guys say, if that was the case, then, it's going to be a division in between Hollywood and the Oscars. I got more to say, but that's all I'll say for the time being. If you guys have anything to say to that.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I like what you said.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, that's all cool and all that. Yeah, man. All right, someone else say something. I gotta put my thoughts together.
But also at the same time, low-key, I know it was a joke, and I ain't even really trying to be funny. But seriously, that might be a good movie.
What, the fall of Will Smith or something?
The slap.
That might be a good movie. No, the G.I. Jane.
Yeah, I heard. I seen some of it. It was a good movie. At least I think it was.
No,
but
I'm not talking about the original movie. I'm talking about the reboot or remake of it with her starring. Like, I'm going.
Hey, you know what? When I did first hear that joke, like, I thought it was like something coming up. How they sometimes joke about things like that. I really thought that was going to be like a part 2 and she was going to be in it. I just missed out on all that information. So I was like, I'm like, oh, okay, she's going to be in part 2. They're making the part 2, okay, and then slap.
All right, I'm sorry because
the irony. What happened? She did actually get that role, and Will Smith was the bad guy, and she ended up killing him.
Man, it's a lot of stuff in there. Is all I'm saying. In one moment, there's a lot of stuff to unpack.
So I was also told, like, it was a deeper meaning than that too. That I had no idea about it. This deeper meaning was that, so the star of G.I. Jane, right? So she had other relations. She was married, but she had other relations with another person who I believe she was or is married to now, or maybe they're not. I just know she had other relations with that person, right? So maybe that comparison to G.I. Jane was actually also a comparison to Will Smith and Jada's relationship and everything. So that was something that was deeper, and I really didn't even, I mean, I did not know that. First of all, I didn't think that deep. Second of all, I don't
I
think
didn't either until you just said it.
deep. Huh?
I said I didn't either until you just said it.
Yeah, so that's also another thing to consider. But in all honesty, I know some people thought that deep, but I don't think that everybody thought that deep. And so when I was told that too, that was another thing to put on. So I honestly thought that when I seen it, well, when I was told about it at first, I was at work and they was joking around about it. But when they told me about it, I was just like, oh, okay, so I guess Chris must have said something about August and Jada, and that's why he got slapped. In all honesty, that's what I originally thought, without even looking at anything. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But when I heard the reason why, I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Then when I heard the deep reason, I was like, that sort of makes sense. And now I'm over here just like, I don't really know what to believe anymore. Someone please just explain this to me.
I'm about to explain real quick. You ready?
Go ahead.
Everybody's still getting paid off that right now for that moment. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Chris's ticket sales went up. Everybody getting paid for that moment. It's crazy, huh?
And what else is crazy is that after this moment, Chris Rock had a tour.
Yeah.
Who else? Some of the other comedians that night had a tour. Chris Rock brother came out, say something, got some money and stuff like that. So everyone is making money. Everybody is making money, man. This is all one big money grab, man.
Now, I also after that, everything it actually what surprised me the most after that whole situation was when Diddy hopped on and he had something to say about it too. And I'm just like, where the hell did Diddy come from? He's always in people. Just like every time something happens, oh yeah, we didn't talk. Oh yeah, no, I conversated. Like you just in everybody's stop on. Like you the mediator. When nobody
Everybody's
didn't mediate nobody.
Everybody's stats went up. Everybody's stats went up.
Maybe that's
everybody's
why
already famous, but they stats just went up even more. When you hearing Diddy talking at the Oscars? Come on now.
No, not talking at the Oscars. But he made like a little side comment in there.
No, but that's what I'm saying. When do you ever hear something like that? Never. So now he just got his stats up too.
even for a short minute, man, because they came back in and was just like, no, nobody even talked to Diddy. Nothing happened after that. I'm like, okay, I thought that I heard that they was partying together, Will and Chris at the after party. So I was like, oh, okay. But it was a joke too, where like someone said like everybody gave Will Smith some extra space so they wouldn't be the next person.
Man. All right, it looks like we got somebody else jumped on. Hey man, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, man. My name is Shane, and my uncle, he told me about this podcast and all, and they always talk about the whole Will Smith situation. I told him a while ago that I wanted to throw a little 2 cents in because I talked to a few elders about it.
Before I let you go, man, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Sorry, because nobody know who you are. So.
Oh, okay. Well, on the phone they say my name is Shane, but I go by Jay. My name is Jay. what's it called? I play football, I play college ball, graduated high school last year. And
Congratulations.
Oh,
appreciate
what's
that.
up, man?
I'm 18 years old, and at this point I'm just trying to live. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm with you, man. All right, that's good. Cool. Yeah, we definitely want to hear from you. Let's get your perspective. Absolutely.
Okay. So I ain't gonna lie. The person I talked to about this was my my uncle. At first, this is how I thought about it. It's like, why would this man go up on stage and slap a man and defend a woman that cheated on him? Feel me? And the way it basically I was sat down and told about it is at the end of the day, as a man, I can't sit here and tell another man what he's supposed to do with his relationship. At the end of the day, that is still his wife, and he has a duty to just called protect his wife's name.
Yeah.
True.
But this generation, that's all they see is that, oh, that he got cheated on. Why did he go do that goofiness? Like, Will Smith is considered a goofy with people my age right now. I feel, yes, he could have did it another way, but I don't necessarily feel that he did. Yes, he did it. The way he did it was wrong, but I don't feel that he was wrong, you feel me, in that sense, to protect his wife.
Okay.
Shane, I agree with you. And what I can say to that is first and foremost the best way to look at the situation of the outcome. You're right. First and foremost, a man's job is to protect his wife. So that's 100% true. Also, we can't tell another person how to act or how to be in their own relationship. You know, that's definitely true too. The only thing I can say about that is that one, Jada and Will both put their relationship out there in the sense of what happened. Now, granted, it was during the red table talk, so it seems like it was for like publicity, but they still talked about it nonetheless, the way that they wanted to talk about it. I don't think that maybe they should have put it out there, or maybe they just did it to clear up any situations of what may have been, or so that way they can get their side out. Now I'm not gonna lie, I didn't listen to that whole table talk, the series in general. I just peeped in here and there to listen to a couple of things. Because when I first heard that they got on and they was talking about that whole situation, I thought that was nonsense. After the fact, I thought, okay, it was brave of them to get up and talk about it in general, but I still pretty much thought it was nonsense because one, you guys are talking about the situation and the cheating and everything. It makes both of you guys seem a certain type of way. And at the end, I was told it meant something else when they was basically saying like, what was it? Bad marriage for life. Maybe not in those exact words, but basically is what they said at the end. And it meant something else than what we took it as. But, still in this day and age, you're right, we do take it a different way. And, we can perceive it a different way or see things a different way. Celebrities are just regular people like us who go through the same situations, if not sometimes a little bit worse because of they don't have no privacy and everything's just put out. But still, it does seem like, you are defending a person who did cheat on you. At the end of the day, you do want your marriage, you do want your relationship, but at the same time, you have an open relationship. So you invited these situations in by just having that. It's basically with the old rules, but in the new day and age of what they wanted to do. So that's kind of how I took it too. Well, not that, but like the whole situation. And I thought something when I first seen August and the everything that they was doing, the texting and the on social media, they could at least hit it better, if anything, like Will did with whoever he was doing had at the moment. Maybe he didn't do it the best way, but I mean, at least he hit it better. They was kind of just out in the open with it.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
wanna, oh, go ahead, Michael. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
no, yeah. No, I got a different opinion about all this. I'm sorry. But I any wife that goes out the way and cheats on their husband, that's not a wife no more.
Well, she didn't really necessarily cheat. Remember, they had an open relationship.
Yeah, but no, that still breaks the laws of the commandments of marriage. We're talking about marriage. We're not talking about just some like a girlfriend or a boyfriend and they have open relate. We're talking about a marriage. A marriage is sacred between both. There's no open anything. So once Will Smith, and this is all his fault because he, as the head of the household, agreed to have an open relationship. Once he agreed to have an open relationship, all vows of a marriage went out the door. All vows of a marriage went out the door. So, and so now it's just a relationship agreement. It's not a marriage agreement anymore. It's a relationship agreement. Now, Jada, she broke the rules of that relationship agreement, and that's why and that's why Will Smith is where he's at right now, because as a head of that household, he agreed to all of this. So he has to reap what he sowed. So when
I got something to say about that.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Yeah. What was in what was that the new guy name? Jay, yeah. So when your parents say a man shouldn't, talk, or your uncles and your mother, a man should focus on another man's relationship. That is true until someone crosses the line. So for instance, back then, if a wife went out and was being a whore to the town, and that word got back to the husband, she was shamed by everybody. No one respected that woman or him anymore if he was the one who went out and cheated, because people back then understood the values and the vows of a marriage. Today we don't do that. We are deciding to go out, break all the vows of the relationship, making strange agreements like open relationships, and your woman is allowed to have all these strange dudes around, or they have rotations and all that other. That's not a marriage. Yes, we are yes, we are talking about Will Smith, but we're talking in the sense that it's not, whatever they're doing is not it's not respectable. It is actually very shameful, and that's why they're getting what they got. Because any sane human being knows that's not marriage, and that's not respectable. If any one of you guys wives, if I saw any one of you guys wives step out on you, I want to tell you, and I'm not going to respect her anymore. And I would advise you to leave and not put up with the embarrassment of what your wife done to you and your legacy and your money and your rules and regulations. And this is what this whole thing is Will Smith allowing this to happen. He's allowing his wife to be disrespectful, and she is being disrespectful and embarrassing him in his legacy. And of course, Will says he's playing a role in that as well. And it's not respectable, it's shameful. And so we talked about it. It doesn't mean anything. Yeah, we should talk about it. Yeah, we should call them out. Yeah, this shouldn't be a norm in the society. It needs to be taken down. And that's why we're here right now to explain to other young people growing up that no, don't follow this shit. Don't do what they're doing, because you're gonna look just like Will Smith on TV, or to your family or to friends crying and shit. That's not a good look. That's not a good look at all. So I'll let Norris. You could go, man. You could go.
Oh, okay. I got a question though. I'm gonna be funny again. I'm gonna be funny again.
All right.
How much did Will Smith win that night? Think about it. Think about it. How much did he win?
He won a lot.
All right.
Like that much.
Wait, say that again, Adam. Go ahead, Norris.
Okay. He won. Think about it. He won an award. He probably won something in his relationship. He won a lot of stuff. Like, really think about it.
But at what cost, though?
I don't think it cost him nothing, honestly.
Nah, it did, because there's one important part of, I think it was like towards the end of the speech, where he said something about the devil or something like that. I can't remember what he said. Anyone remember that on his award speech?
He was talking about what Denzel Washington told him.
Yeah. But what he said was particularly important. You know, it kind of tells the whole picture. I can't remember what he said though.
I remember, but at the same time, I'm going, how much did he win? Like, think about it. Besides the attack, I go, think about it. Chris didn't even press charges against him. How much did he win?
Well, okay. I gotta ask you this.
Wait. Hold on. Say that again, Adam.
I said in the later statement, Chris also said that he was used to this growing up. Like this type of, I won't say reaction, but basically things of that nature. He was used to this growing up. And his brother is the one who always had to like stick up for him. You know, just like his brother did later on that night or the next day. And Chris was like, it's okay. But his brother was just like, no, it's not okay. And it's basically like, you know, we're going to fight when I see you. Like, you're just going to get these hands. That's just it. So, you know, it's similar to exactly what he was saying. And his brother had to stick up for him because it's not that he doesn't know how to stick up for himself. That's not it. It's just that he's not used to it or the way that you're supposed to do it because of how he grew up.
That makes sense. As far as pretty much I'm talking to elementary school. Beyond that, you know, it was more on my own. But when I was in elementary school, a lot of kids, you know, they would stick up for me. You know, I have like older kids trying to bully me and trying to put their pot, but you know, they was always the first to try to defend me over my own self. You know, and then once I see them try to fight it once I see them fighting, I'm like, nah, I had to come in and fight too. But there was the first to throw hands down and try to defend me. You know, I'm more of a person. You know, I was just, you know, I'm telling them, like, calm down, man. It's not that serious. Just chill. You know, I tried to talk it out. I'm not trying to throw down hands. But you know, I have friends growing up who, you know, who's trying to help, and then getting old and then getting older, I had to learn, like, oh shit, you know, I don't have these people around like that no more. I had to defend myself, you know. So yeah, that's if you had that type of protection growing up, yeah, you're not used to doing anything yourself. I could vouch for that. I could vouch for that, you know, for what Adam is saying.
But I can also say, B, that I think it also depends on where we grew up and what we was taught. Because I know that I was taught that, you know, yeah, you don't want to condone violence because of 2 reasons. 1, actually 3. So I'm trying to do it in the way I remember, because I kind of that flew out the door as I got older. But first is that as a young Black kid, you're going to be seen. Right. It's going to be worse for you than it would be for anybody else, because automatically they're going to look at you and just think certain things. 2 is that regardless of the situation, both of you are going to get in trouble, but you're going to get in trouble even more. 3, that, you know, if you're within a situation like school, it's better to go get somebody. The whole back into a corner thing, that's one thing, you know, but it's also showing someone that, you know, you're not about to do this to me, and thinking that you can keep doing this to me. 4, so there was 4. 4, it's just that, you know, like, we don't take a lot of things like to heart. Like, if someone did something, then it's just like, okay, someone did something. Necessarily, if it was to me, I would react in kind. I'm not always going to be like, you know, you said this, so now we got to fight. Or you did this, so now we got to fight. You know, it's like, it's more to understanding the situation than just like excite a fight. You know, like that might do something to credibility when you're like, you know, with other people who see the same things as you, but that's not going to get you very far, depending on what situation, depending on where you're at in life. Right now we're older, so getting into fights is kind of like straight down ridiculous when you can talk things out or get an understanding. You know, it might be a misunderstanding, or, you know, but you take it as is, versus, you know, someone said something about you and the word got back to you about it. Now you're just going to fight them. 1, someone could have been venting and telling someone that they thought they could trust about a situation or about you and how they felt, and it was miscrewed. And now that you heard it, basically someone was talking smack about you. Now you just want to go fight them just because you already didn't like that person, or because that's just how you are, you know. But if you don't understand the situation, you just go start a fight. Now you're seen as a bad guy versus, you know, the fact that, hey, no, this isn't what was said, you know, and that could have all been finished right then and there. But growing up, people, I would say, like, had your back, because you was probably like, you know, like a real cool kid, like understanding, and people liked you, you know, like him. And the fact of the matter is that if you do this, I'm not gonna let you do this because this is my friend. I have my friends back, you know, and we all have different friends at different levels. So maybe your friends were just more like, I am going to fight you because, you know, I was told this, or I grew up this way. I grew up where, you know, I gotta fight. There's no other way around it, or, you know, such and such. Now, if you got in the fight, that's different. You know, like I got in the fight. Someone spit. I remember someone spitting in my face. Man, I chased that kid around the whole entire place, threw his ass up against the fence and started punching him on the ground. And this was before I moved out to Lancaster. But no, they did not get away with that stuff.
Like.
All right, hold on. I think Norris had something he wants to say, so I want to give Norris a chance to speak.
Okay.
I'm gonna be funny again. Are you ready? You ready? Okay. I find it hilarious that the Oscars made it to Sports Center.
That is real. That is true. That is true. But you know what? This is one thing I want to ask you guys. Because I know we talk about Will Smith. How do y'all perceive Jada, Will Smith's wife, out this whole entire situation?
I don't.
And you know what? Hold on. I actually want to start with Jay. How do you look at Will Smith's wife? How do you perceive her?
I ain't gonna lie. They were in an open relationship before all that cheating stuff, right?
Yes, from my understanding, yes.
Yes.
Honestly, I still think all that's weird. I don't think it's right. For me personally, somebody cheat on me, for me, that's it. I don't think what he did was right, but I think she a weirdo, to be honest. I don't know what she doing to that man, but it got to be wonderful. Like, he got to be experiencing something different.
Man.
All right, you guys can go ahead if you want to.
Real. That's real. Man. Yeah, man. Like I said, well, first, like I refuse to call her a quote unquote wife. She's more of a she's more of a, she has to be a witch or something that be casting spells, man. I like the fact, and she played, and she did what she was supposed to do. That's the thing.
B, you're breaking up. B, you're breaking up. B, you're breaking up.
Transformers, robots in disguise.
Hey, B, let's just come back to you. Adam or Norris, you guys got anything to add right now?
I think we should all take a minute to listen to Santana's Black Magic Woman.
All right. Okay. What about you, Norris?
Okay.
Got anything to add?
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Am I good now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
I was bored again. So
Okay.
sorry about that. All right. But yeah, that's to finish off. You know, Jada did what she's supposed to do. You know, she got Will in the palm of her hands, man. You know, while Will Smith is doing all that, she's just sitting to the side, quiet, like she has Will underneath her spell or control or something, man. It's kind of like it's like Kanye West. It's like Kanye West when he finally woke up and realized he was cast underneath the spell this whole time, and he didn't know how to handle it. You know, he went bonkers. He went crazy. You know, that I feel like Will Smith is under that same type of spell. You know, he has not woken up yet. And then but he knows something is wrong, and that's why he's always crying. You know, you can see he's in torment. Now, all this could be acting, of course. All this could be acting, right? But you know, you never know. But yeah, Jada is doing what she's supposed to do. You know. Hey, there's another reaction was. Did you guys see the reaction of Jada once Will Smith slapped Chris Rock?
You talk about where she laughed?
Yeah.
She was laughing. She was laughing.
At it, like, her head, shoulder, and everything. I guess it's because at that point she, like I was told from a woman's perspective, that she felt protected because of the fact that it was so long that, you know, people would say things about her and Will just let it slide underneath, slide. But I feel like, one, you guys are in like the view of everybody. So you're going to get talked about. This is going to happen for you.
Right.
But I was told that she also stuck up for Will in certain situations or wouldn't let people talk about him. And she felt like he didn't reciprocate that. So I was told that that also goes into the whole like her and August's relationship, because she was able to get that from him and not Will. So that was another reason why she was attracted to him. But it's yeah. It's some things that you say that's just true, but like they're true. Like when basically that comment that she made was, and I know I'm not gonna quote it right, but it's basically like, let your husband get in the way of your happiness.
Right.
Things like that quote. It's now Jay, you're right too when you were saying, what everybody else was saying, like when you're in a relationship, but it also goes into what you're putting out there and what you're saying.
Right.
I can't say that Will Smith said anything similar because I don't know in regards to that, to what she said. But what I can say is that all words hold power. And when you say certain words or you do certain things, like your actions hold power too. If you do certain things, that's one thing. People are just going to assume. But if you clarify those things with words and then your actions clarify those things too, then you do put yourself, your husband, your family, and the immediate into a certain situation. Now that you got to backtrack, try and clarify, clear up, just to make yourself and your family look good. When you already did the damage. And some people will understand, and it just depends on those people. But at the same time, a duck is a duck, a goose is a goose, so it's kind of like you might be saying these things, but as of this moment, before a little bit before August and after August, and then the things you say along with your red table talk, you're not necessarily showing 100% what you're trying to say. It doesn't exactly match up.
No, I agree. Um, like, like what, like you just said, if Jada wants Will to protect her, well, then she can't be out here. Will can't protect you from the choices that you made. There's only so much he could do to officially protect you. If my wife is out here causing doing all this image harm, when I mean by that is being out here in the public, in the media, exposing everything about the family, well, there's really nothing I could do. I'm not gonna protect the people. I'm not gonna protect the people from saying something to my wife. I want to go to my wife and tell her to, keep that between in the household. Keep that information in the household. If you, she's not supposed to be out here spilling the beans like that. That's your household. Why are you telling the whole world what happens within your house? Like when you go to Vegas, you keep it in Vegas. Same thing in your house. What happens in your house, you keep it in your house. So, well, he doesn't need to be out here and protecting his wife from the damage that she caused. He needs to be getting on his wife to stop her from causing damage to the family image. Stop her from causing damage, to the bag. she's causing the damage. It's her responsibility that she needs to protect herself. She needs to restore the image of the family brand because she caused it, not Will Smith. So there's really no there's no I gotta protect my wife in this type of situation. There's none of that. There's no. Sorry about that. Wow, this guy tried to do a wheelie in his van and it almost crashed. Oh shit, that was hilarious. Sorry, someone else go. That threw me off. Someone else go. That threw me. Oh snaps.
I think that like I said, if the table talk, the red table talk didn't happen, now she can have a platform, of course. I just, like you said, talking about things, and it's a form of healing. Yes, that is true. Talking about things is a form of healing. However, talking about things on a platform where everybody, not between you and your family, because it depends on what you're trying to do. Like, you took your healing in the form of money. I can't say the word right now. Monetization, because of what you were trying to do. Now, one, you did put things out there to let people know that this isn't the form that you might see that everyone goes through these problems too. Yes, but I don't know, man. All I can say is that at this age I'm at right now, if anything were to happen in my marriage, then I don't think that I would, of course, like, when it gets there, and I'll take the action I think I should take or how I feel. But at the same time, we all think differently than when we was 20. And when we turn 40 and 50, we're probably going to think differently as well. We're going to have some of the same mindset, but we're going to feel differently, or we might see things differently. So because they're older, the way that they see things could be, that's just it. Like, they are normal people, but they are also people with a lot of money. So things are normal. Everyday problems aren't exactly the same as theirs. Our views on certain situations isn't exactly the same as theirs. Like, it's a lot of celebrities out there and just people in general who have open relationships and such, but it's just going to, not be heard because they don't put it out there, number one. Number two, they have gag orders. And number three, it's just, they keep it between themselves and other people that have the same situations. Now, if other people were to say something about it after they done told them, that's one thing. But for you to get out there and say this situation and for it to be what it is, and Chris Rock was right. He's like, that's the lightest joke. There were a lot more that he could have said, or, probably other people are saying. But like I said, at the end of the day, I think what it was that that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, this isn't like something that's like red table talk. This isn't something that's like, here or there. This is the Oscars. And you say something like this at the Oscars. And regardless of what it could have meant, both the situations I said, whatever situation he took it as, he took it that way. And he said like this was the most appropriate action to take. Now, I do believe that appropriate action that he did was in regards to his wife and what she felt. If that wasn't the situation, maybe it would have been taken a whole entirely different way, or a different way. But it is what it is now. And he just has to take the repercussions with it. And I guess for him, he's seen it like, I'd rather keep this relationship for what it is, for what I like it as, more so than like keep profiting in the way that he was. Like, he's still going to make money. Like, that's not out the question. He has money. So that's not even a situation. She has money. Their kids have money. They can bounce back from this. and I'm pretty sure they will in the future once, like a couple years after this whole situation dies down. It probably won't be the same as a household name like it is like 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 The Rock. Whenever you have any type of situation that's and you need some type of boost, you just put The Rock in your movies, or you just put The Rock somewhere. All of a sudden, you're doing real good again. You know, I feel like with Will Smith, it was similar. Like you put him in the movies, or you do this. Now all of a sudden, you have a really good movie. You know, because of the household name. But because of his actions, now Netflix is taking took away that movie or the movie documentary they was going to do about his book. Apple is also, I don't know what he had with Apple, but Apple also is backing away from him. I just read that this morning. So those are some of the repercussions. Like if it was planned, you know, I'm pretty sure that it wouldn't be as bad as it is right now in regards to that. You know, so that's why I think maybe it wasn't planned, because if it was planned, you're setting up for this. You might let other people know in higher areas that this is what's going to happen because it's this. It's not really what it is. You know, I understand that you might have to do some type of repercussion, but not to the point where I'm going to be losing out on all this money. Because we all know if you have a Netflix movie, you're going to make a lot of money, like an original Netflix movie. What are you going to do with that? So I doubt that he would have, you know, lost out on all that money where he could have went and did something with that, regardless of what it was, had it been for the fact that, you know, if it was planned, he wouldn't. Basically to that, I just got to say that how I view my relationship might be a little bit different in the next 10 years. I am very, very, and you know what, I'm probably, you know, I'm like 99, no, I'm pretty much 100% sure that I would never be okay with an open relationship, because although the grass may seem greener on the other side, the repercussions and what it may not be when you actually get there, that's not worth it. It's not worth that maybe, or I think, you know, because you never know what, although you might know yourself, you might know your wife or your husband, you don't know 100% of the time what a situation might bring, in a situation what the outcome might bring. So it's like, why even chance that, you know? So I agree with you, B. I wouldn't do it. I do view Will Smith and Jada Smith in a different light. You know, that's just my opinion of the matter. They don't care. But you know, when you have people looking up to you, you also have a certain responsibility, you know, and, you know, as a mentor, as a person that they see that they can relate to. And, you know, yeah, you do have everyday problems, but, you know, you're supposed to be, you know, with just like within the military, you're held at a different degree. You're held at a different responsibility. You're seen in a different light. You can't do these certain things because of the repercussion it would bring, one, on you, two, on the faction that you're with, and three, the not the retaliation, but the what's the word for it? The punishment in a way of saying it will bring because of your decisions when you know better.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Norris.
Okay, it's a lot of stuff going on,
Mhm.
but I do need to say something about this. So what I am going to say is I'm gonna listen to Will. I'm gonna listen to Will, and I'm gonna keep her name out my mother mouth and let everybody know, to each its own. Reiterating, I'm married. No, I don't really put my marriage out there like that, but that is a mutual decision that's made by both me and my wife. With that being said, it's just one of those things. They're making decisions on how they're doing. Like if they want, one of them want to leave the relationship, that's what they decide to do. Like everybody's relationship is different and in many different ways. I'm pretty sure most of us like we've been saying, don't feel okay to be cheated on or in an open relationship or anything like that of that nature. But again, it's a mutual understanding that has to be established in any sort of relationship. So I'm going, at the end of the day, what y'all doing over there ain't none of my business. And I'm not really trying to be all up in it. That's me. That's how I feel about it.
All right. I also want to, Jay, do you have anything you want to add?
No, I ain't gonna lie. What he just said right now, that's how I feel. Like you do, like what they doing ain't got nothing to do with me. I personally would have liked it, but that's their business.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So if nobody has anything else to add, I have a couple of things that I would like to say. And then after that, maybe I'll go to James, see if he wants to add anything since he was on the last podcast.
I have to add something.
Go ahead.
I got 5 minutes.
All right. Okay.
No, like 5 minutes, like before I have to go.
Oh yeah. No, I mean if you got something to say, dang, we didn't
No,
get to our
I don't have nothing to say.
Oh, you say you got 5 minutes. Okay, cool. All right. So dang, it sucks. Okay, you gotta come back on, Norris, because we still got some stuff to talk about. But all right, let me just say my point. So, I pretty much listened to what pretty much almost everybody said, and this is what I wanted to bring onto the last podcast and some of the stuff I wanted to add because this right here is kind of a teachable moment. And I think there's some takeaways I think people should really take from this. And hey, Jay, let me ask you a question, man. And this is a question for you. If your girl messes up, what do you do in that case? Do you be like, it's your fault, you messed up, you kind of back away from it?
Like messes up as in like cheating wise?
No, I'm just in general. Like, I'm not even talking about just cheating.
Damn, I would need, hold on. Can you give me an example? Like, of what she would do?
Okay, this is a good example. So basically, you're at a restaurant and she's upset and then starts yelling at you and kind of like you're at a dinner with everybody, like, with your family, uncle, and then she gets upset. Then she starts yelling at you for no reason, like just because like you did something. You're like, what is your problem?
All right, so it would be more like I need to evaluate the situation. I'm like, all right, I need to like, damn, my fault.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
It's like I need to figure out what like why are you yelling, and if she's not telling me, then like wait, hold on, let me back up. So she's yelling at me.
Yeah, and mind you, like I say, you're with your family, whatever. You're like at a restaurant eating, and then I don't know, like you said, you still gotta evaluate the situation, but you don't know what set her off. But she just starts, just kind of yelling at you, kind of calling you out your name.
I would not even bring it to the side because I ain't gonna lie. When I'm getting yelled at, I'm not listening. That's just how I grew up. When my mom yells at me or like somebody yells at me, I stop listening. So I'm just gonna leave, and she can come with me if she wants. I don't know how else she's gonna get home. I'm just gonna leave, and I'm gonna talk to her later about the whole situation. Try to see what really happened.
Okay, so the reason why I kind of brought that situation up because there's a key point but I put it in there like I said, with your family's there, and not even your family, could be a businessman or whatever. You kind of have to understand. And that's one reason why I say, look at how I said Cheetah, my fault. Look at how Jada's, being looked at and being perceived, and like all the stuff that she caused. And I hate to say it, 'cause I'm a Will Smith fan. I have a Will Smith bias. I'm not gonna lie, but the key thing is that it's something that I think all men have to kind of put in the back of the head, and which is true. And I don't care what anybody says, moments gonna happen. When as men, we make mistakes. So when you fuck up, you fuck up. But when she fucks up, you fuck up. What you gotta understand that no matter what, just as a man, that's why it's so important to pick the right woman to be beside you, because if she does certain things, even though it may be on her, that's why I said, she just acts wild. You don't know what's up. People are gonna be looking at you in a weird way because that's your girl. Like, why is she acting like that? And so, you're seeing, because of everything that Jada has done, Will Smith is taking the brunt of it. So when it goes to that slap, and I get what people are saying, that's, he's been holding on to that for a very long time and been making him mad, and probably so. But this is the thing, I bet you guys, any man that's in this who's been in a long relationship, that's married in here, there are moments in life, and I said this on the last podcast. That's why I said, Will Smith in the situation, I'm indifferent, because it's not about right or wrong. There are some times in life when you're with your wife or with a woman who you love, that you gotta do things that you gotta do. It's not because you want to. It's not about her being in the right, or you being the right, or you being the wrong. It's just that's your woman at the end of the day. And there's times in your life that you just got to do things and think about the consequences later. And it sucks. And it's something that you got to be aware of. And the reason why I bring that up, that you see what Will Smith is going through, that's why it's very important to pick the right woman to be beside you. Because if you're going to be putting yourself in that situation, she better be worth it. She better be worth losing everything to go up there and do something like that, to cost you everything. Because that's the one thing that a woman can do. I don't care what anybody says, that a woman, if you get the right woman, she can definitely help you build it up. But also, you pick the wrong woman, I'm telling you, if you get with the wrong woman, no matter what you do, no matter how much, like I said, you could build up your entire castle, it's very, very easy for a woman to tear it all down. That's why I wanted to kind of say these points, because like I said, there's a teachable moment here. And the one that I want to show is that, and my main point is, it is extremely important as a man to know who you decide to share your life with, because a woman, you pick the wrong woman, she could totally destroy everything that you built. And it looks like Norris had to leave, so I want to say shout out to Norris. He had to go real quick, so yeah. But does anybody else have anything that they want to say?
I bet you he got some good ish on the way back home.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. What about you, James? Oh, go ahead, Adam.
I have one more thing to say, but it skipped my mind. I'm just letting you know. So we'll go to the person, but I'm gonna be thinking about it.
No, go ahead, Adam. If you gotta go. I mean, if you want to go.
I'm trying to think of it. So I was just letting you something else to say, but I am trying to remember what it was.
Okay. All right, James. I just want to open up the floor to you, because I know you're on the last podcast, but is there anything that you may have forgotten the last podcast that you might want to add on this one?
Man, I didn't forget shit.
Just making sure, man. Or is there anything you want to say? I'll leave it. I'll leave the floor open for you.
Hell no, bro. We good.
All right.
I'll let the little homie say it. Way to go, Jay.
Yeah.
That was it?
Like I said, I'll let the little homie say it. I didn't need to say nothing today, bro. I'm a spectator in this game, okay? Y'all said what y'all needed to say. I said last time what I needed to say.
Yep. So, all right. B, anything else you want to add, man?
Yeah, okay, sorry about that. I forgot I was mute. I was muted.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, I wanted to say, guys, please know your limit of what you're willing to put up with, not just with women, but with anything in life. You know, if I'm just using, since the topic is marriage and man and woman. If your ladies out here continually causing all types of damage to your brand, to your name, your legacy, you know, and you constantly always have to go out there and try to fix something. Dog, she's toxic. Throw her to the side, man. Take the hit and throw her to the side, bro. Don't put yourself in the position to suffer with her misery, you know. And please do your proper vetting before you decide to choose this woman as your wife to be. Please do your proper vetting, because you know, listen to Jada over the years. She was already damaged goods before Will Smith even got into the picture, you know. So that's all I gotta say for this topic.
So yeah, real quick. Jay got to go, so I want to give you the last words, man. Where can people find you at, man, before you head out?
Y'all, my number, Instagram, what I need to drop.
Not your number. just your Instagram, where people can find you if they want to know you. You know, yeah, your Instagram, any social media you got.
Yeah, I got you guys. All right, I dropped it.
All right. Oh no, say it, man.
Oh shit, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
It's no capitals or nothing, just SH2ANE.
All right, man. Again, man, thanks for coming on, man. It's great to hear your perspective. And hopefully we can have you on again if we need a young man's perspective, man.
Oh, no problem. Most definitely. I catch
Yeah,
y'all.
man. Appreciate you coming up, Jay, man. You
Yeah,
a cool
man.
brother, bro. Yeah, man.
Y'all have a nice day, all right?
All right, you too, man.
You take care.
Peace.
All right, go on.
All right.